A new statistic shows Mauricio Pochettino is more than capable of turning Chelsea into Premier League title challengers, but there's a problem: Christopher Nkunku. The 25-year-old striker, who joined the Blues from RB Leipzig in the summer for around £52 million, suffered a serious knee injury in a preseason match against Borussia Dortmund in the United States. Nkunku has recently stepped up his rehabilitation, but he is still a long way from making his competitive debut for the club. Over the past month, the French international has posted many photos of himself in the gym, swimming pool, and undergoing various medical tests. In fact, he recently took a big step forward on the road to recovery. For the first time since the summer, Nkunku was spotted outside Cobham training ground in a Chelsea kit, suggesting the talisman could be back soon. Mauricio Pochettino may still have to wait a few more weeks before reintroducing Nkunku, but the floodgates will open when the Frenchman returns. According to Sky Sports, Chelsea has won 9-10 Premier League matches based on XG, expected goals, this season. If Nkunku can make the desired impact in front of goal when he returns from the treatment room, he could very well make Chelsea a top team in England. Ironically, the Blues struggled in front of goal against Blackburn Rovers in the Carabao Cup in midweek, and Pochettino insisted his players need a confidence boost. Of course, but after Saturday it's important that we win the match and qualify, said the Chelsea coach. Of course, there are so many opportunities, we have to be more aggressive, which this cannot be changed from Saturday to today. It's time to build confidence. I think too many positive things. It's important to stay and qualify for this tournament. It's important for us to build confidence. It's important for players like Benoit, Badiashile, and Reece James to play an hour. Todd Boehly and Mauricio Pochettino have sent Real Madrid a clear message ahead of the upcoming transfer window. Reece James has been heavily linked with a move to the Santiago Bernabéu for a while now, as Carlo Ancelotti looks to replace Dani Carvajal at right back. On the road to becoming Champions League winners in 2021, Chelsea defeated Los Blancos in the semi-final, and the Blues defender certainly left his mark. A year later, the two sides met again in the quarterfinals, and, while James was not victorious, reports from Spain suggested that Real Madrid scouts were impressed by his performances and noted him as a potential replacement for Carvajal one day. Since then, James has penned a new long-term deal which keeps him at Stamford Bridge until 2028. However, following the success of Jude Bellingham, Ancelotti remains keen to get his hands on another England international. Earlier this season, Spanish publication Sport reported that Real Madrid have not given up on their pursuit of the Cobham graduate. Despite this, the Chelsea owners, board, and Pochettino all view James as an important part of the project, according to Fabrizio Romano. The report states that the £34.9 million rated star's focus is also on the West London outfit. When quizzed on a potential move to the Spanish capital by BBC Sport in July 2022, James replied, "I'd like to think my future is at Stamford Bridge. I grew up as a Chelsea fan, and I made my name playing for Chelsea, the club I've always supported, but I don't see why anything would change. I play for Chelsea now, and I'm enjoying it. It is an exciting time. Not much changes from the players or the management's point of view. I still want to win every competition and every game. There's no reason why we can't do that." Then, in July 2023 on the Beautiful Game podcast, James' father revealed his stance on Real Madrid's interest and his first thoughts on a potential move to the Santiago Bernabéu. He said, "I was just gobsmacked. I don't read things anymore, because until someone rings my phone or tells the people I work with what the deal is, then you take something seriously, but Reece is a top player, so I'm sure most clubs would want to sign him, but right now I don't see anything changing." A new statistic has shown that Mauricio Pochettino is more than capable of transforming Chelsea into a Premier League title challenger, but there's one issue: Christopher Nkunku. The 25-year-old forward, who joined the Blues from RB Leipzig in the summer for around £52 million, was dealt a major blow to his knee during a preseason clash against Borussia Dortmund in the United States. Nkunku has recently stepped up his rehabilitation, but he remains some way off from making his competitive debut for the club. Over the last month or so, the France international has posted numerous pictures of himself in the gym, in the swimming pool, and undergoing various medical tests. In fact, he's recently taken a huge step forward on his road to recovery. For the very first time since the summer, Nkunku was spotted outside on the training pitches at Cobham in his Chelsea gear, suggesting that the talisman could be back sooner rather than later. Mauricio Pochettino might have to still wait a couple of more weeks before reintroducing Nkunku, but the floodgates are expected to burst open upon the Frenchman's return. According to Sky Sports, Chelsea have won 9 out of 10 Premier League games on XG, expected goals, this season. If Nkunku can have the desired impact in front of goal upon his return from the treatment room, then he could very well propel Chelsea up the English top flight. Ironically, the Blues struggled in front of goal against Blackburn Rovers in the Carabao Cup midweek, and Pochettino insisted that his players need to build their confidence. Of course, but after Saturday it was important for us to win the game and go through the competition, said the Chelsea manager. Of course, too many chances, we need to be more clinical, that you cannot change from Saturday to today. It's about time to build the confidence. I think too many positive things. Important to stay and go through in this competition, that is important for us, and build confidence. Players like Benoit, Badiashile and Reece James to play 1 hour is important. Thiago Silva has explained how he and Mauricio Pochettino help each other as he enters the final few months of his current Chelsea contract. The Brazil international has played every minute of Premier League football this season after the Blues were hit by 3 defensive injury blows. With Silva being 39, the plan was to give him ample time between games to recover, which could also mean he is rested on some weekends. However, Wesley Fofana and Benoit Badiashile entering the season with injuries before they were briefly joined by Axel Disasi has resulted in Silva being a regular starter. While Fofana will not be back until spring of 2024, both Disasi and Badiashile are available again, with Silva rested on Wednesday evening in the 2-0 Carabao Cup win over Blackburn Rovers. Silva playing 900 minutes in the league by November was certainly not the plan ahead of the season, but the man himself has now revealed just how he stays in peak condition. In an interview with The Guardian, Silva provided supporters with a glimpse into his daily routine. I wake up at about 8 a.m. and I have to be here, at Cobham, by 8:45 a.m. I arrive, have a coffee, I do what I have to do pre-training, I train. I do the post-training recovery here at the club, then I come home and rest in the hyperbaric chamber for 2 hours. I wake up and then my team of professionals are ready to continue my recovery. There's food, an afternoon snack, dinner, supplements. I do my boots at home and I try to be with my family. Sometimes, I bring my children, who are in Chelsea's academy, and I watch a bit of the training. Anyway, the next day it's the same. And the next. So it's much more recovery than actual work these days. Less is more. Because of his experience, Silva also admitted he has been able to help Pochettino look at a different perspective of a plan or issue as he is on the pitch. However, he also revealed how the Argentine has assisted him in his later years. Pochettino has helped me a lot with my fitness, he said. Not that I was complacent, but I was in my comfort zone. It looks like everything is fine, and it feels fine, but he managed to get me out of that area.